Cardi B didn't just spill tea. She flipped the whole kettle and let it boil over. In her latest tell-all, she revealed that she had been sliding into the DMs of other female rappers, showing love, boosting their confidence, and standing by them when the industry tried to drag them down. She thought she was building bonds, but what she got back was straight-up betrayal. According to Cardi, some of those very same women turned around and started creeping with her husband, Offset.
Do it with, because I have done that too. That done went and men and all that. So it's like, you gotta know who you being nice to, because it's like these right here, you out there feeling sympathy for them and wishing them the best, and these bitches will do up that you ain't even realize them. You out here like, damn, she look like a nice girl. I feel bad for her. Like, it's like, let me think that, did you start being to be as
not supposed to be kind of giggling at this, but it's how you're delivering it, and it's really throwing me off because it's not funny.
And that's where Saweetie's name blasts back into the conversation, because the internet never forgot those 2021 whispers about her and Offset after her messy breakup with Quavo had every blog on fire. Cardi didn't name names in this new interview, but the timing, the history, and the internet's sharp memory all point right in her direction. Think about how deep that sting runs. Cardi wasn't just being a rapper, she was being a woman lifting up other women in a cutthroat industry that's always waiting for them to flop. She was reaching out saying, I see you, I support you, don't stop. That's not something you usually see from someone at the very top of the game. And instead of loyalty, she got stabbed in the back with a smile. And the wound hit way beyond the music scene. It cut right into her marriage. This wasn't random drama, this was Offset. The same man who's been exposed cheating before.
Things that like I don't like share, that people will be so surprised. There is a lot of things that I really don't share. Like I share certain things, but it's like I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like
the same man Cardi forgave after scandals blew up online, the father of her children. So when she says these women used him to break her down, it wasn't just about him stepping out, it was about strategy. In Cardi's eyes, Offset wasn't even the prize. He was the pawn. And that's what makes this whole revelation shake the table so hard. This ain't just another rapper cheats on his wife story. It's deeper than that. This is about women Cardi trusted, women she tried to build up, turning around and weaponizing her own marriage against her. That's personal, professional, and public betrayal all tied into one toxic knot. And the way this tea is being spun, everybody's got their own version of the truth. On Cardi's side, she's flipping heartbreak into a life lesson. In her interview, she basically said, I used to help, I used to reach out, but never again. That's a new Cardi, harder, wiser, done playing big sis to people who just use her. She's painting herself as the woman who poured out love and only got knives in return. That angle makes her look vulnerable, even relatable, like the cool girl who just wanted to create a real sisterhood in rap but got clowned and betrayed instead. Meanwhile, Saweetie's side? Pure silence. No IG live, no tweet storms, no diss tracks, nothing. And that silence, it's powerful. To her fans, it screams maturity, like she's too busy leveling up to get messy. But to Cardi's fans, that silence is deafening. They're saying, if it wasn't true, wouldn't she have shut it down by now? Sometimes not speaking up is the loudest spin of all. And then there's Offset. Poor guy stays looking like the pawn in everybody's chess game. He hasn't said a word either, but the public already wrote his script. To the media, he's just the reckless husband who can't keep his zipper under control. To Cardi, he's the weapon that women used to cut her down. And to Saweetie's silence, he's not even the prize. He's just the middleman in a bigger battle. At the end of the day, the fans are the real spin doctors.
It's really tough out here. Like, shit is really rough out here for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I try to warn ya. Then it's like, oh, why y'all not speaking up? I tried to speak up last year. Like, I was trying to tell you, I said it in my speech. Like, I said it, everything that's gonna happen, I said it in my speech. And it's like,
Team Cardi is screaming that she gave her heart to the culture and got stabbed by fake friends, while the other side swears silence means innocence. The internet is dragging Saweetie's name right back into the spotlight, dusting off old rumors and pulling up receipts like they never left. Team Saweetie is firing back though, saying Cardi always plays the victim while ignoring the real problem. Offset himself. And the memes, ruthless. They got Offset looking like a toppled chess piece with captions like, "Not the pawn again." The blogs are loving it too, because they don't care who's actually guilty. They just want clicks. One headline screams, "Cardi B exposes betrayal," while the next flips it to, "Saweetie caught in Offset storm." Drama equals traffic, and this messy triangle is gold for them. So the narratives are set in stone. Cardi, the betrayed one. Saweetie, the silent one. Offset, the pawn. And the fans, they're the jury, ready to convict whoever fits their version of the story. But here's the real issue. Nobody's giving the full truth because every single person in this mess has something they're trying to protect. And the reason this new drama hits so hard, it ain't happening in a vacuum. This whole situation is layered with years of mess. Let's start with Offset, because he's no stranger to scandals. Back in 2018, he got exposed with Summer Bunny, the same woman who tearfully apologized for sleeping with a married man. Then came the storm with Jade, Tekashi 6ix9ine's girlfriend, when Cardi herself got accused of sending goons to a strip club after finding out Offset was sliding in Jade's DMs. And it doesn't stop there. Random DMs and screenshots linked to Offset keep leaking like clockwork. He's built a whole track record of wandering eyes, so when Cardi hints that another female rapper crept with him, the streets believe it instantly. And that's when Saweetie's name slides in, because her first connection to Offset traces all the way back to 2021, right after her explosive split from Quavo. Let's not forget, Saweetie already had her own messy breakup with Quavo, complete with elevator footage, icy tweets, and non-stop drama that shook the internet.
If you had a track on your album for every girl you don't like that we probably know, how many tracks would be on that album?
Oh my gosh. Probably like 3.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not going to give them that much. I'm not going to cater a whole album.
So when whispers started flying that she allegedly hooked up with Offset behind the scenes, social media nearly collapsed. Migos fans dragged her, saying she crossed the line by stepping into family business. She denied it, sure, but those whispers never really disappeared. And then comes the Cardi versus Saweetie tension. On the surface, they played it cute, smiles at award shows, polite shout-outs in interviews, but behind the curtain, insiders say there was never any real sisterhood. Word on the street has always been that Cardi kept her distance. Why? Because she never fully trusted Saweetie. Whether it was label politics, industry competition, or just bad vibes, their so-called friendship always felt more like an Instagram pose than real-life love. Now add it all together. Offset's shady history proves he's capable of crossing lines. Saweetie's past whispers prove her name has been tangled in this story before. And Cardi's cold energy toward her makes sense now. It wasn't fake smiles, it was caution. Suddenly, Cardi's big revelation doesn't sound far-fetched at all. It sounds like the final puzzle piece sliding into place. And let's be real, this ain't the first time women in hip-hop got wrapped up in ugly triangles. From Nicki and Remy's Cold War to Megan and Kelsey's courtroom fallout, sisterhood in rap has always been fragile. Add a man with Offset's messy record into the mix, and those cracks turn into earthquakes every time. So when Cardi says she tried to help female rappers only to find one sliding into her marriage, the internet didn't just gasp, they said, yeah, that tracks. But zoom out, because this isn't just hip-hop, it's Hollywood tradition. Cardi, Saweetie, and Offset are now carrying the torch in a long line of betrayal scandals. Think back to Beyonce, Jay-Z, and the infamous Becky with the good hair. One lyric in Lemonade had the whole world hunting for the other woman. That's the level of chaos Cardi's confession is stirring right now. Sound familiar? Cardi never had to say Saweetie's name out loud. The streets did the math on their own. And now Saweetie's silence feels louder than any denial she could post. It's the same playbook we've seen before. Think Khloe Kardashian, Jordan Woods, and Tristan Thompson. Jordan was basically family, yet she got too close to Khloe's man, and when it all spilled out, the whole internet went to war. Picking sides, That's exactly what's happening here. One woman framed as the betrayed, one painted as the snake, and the man, just another reckless pawn. Messy, yes, but ultimately used as the weapon to cut the real target. Even in rap history, the formula repeats. Nicki Minaj versus Remy Ma wasn't about a man, but the way the industry pitted them against each other was the same toxic setup. It's always about power, about who gets to stand on top. And the quickest way to shake a rival is to blur the line between personal and professional. That's the story Cardi's pushing. Offset wasn't the prize, he wasn't the finish line, he was the chess piece. In Cardi's eyes, Saweetie allegedly used him as the ultimate move to embarrass her, to knock her crown sideways. This isn't framed as a man sneaking around, it's framed as another woman plotting against her. But here's the flip side. What if Saweetie wasn't plotting at all? What if Offset was just being Offset, moving reckless, sliding where he shouldn't, and leaving the women to clean up the mess? In that version, Saweetie's not the mastermind, she's just another casualty in Offset's chaos. And Cardi, in her heartbreak, is painting it as betrayal when maybe the only player was her own husband. But here's the catch. Cardi never said, "My husband betrayed me." She said, "These women I helped betrayed me." That choice of words flips the spotlight off Offset and onto the women. And that's why this story feels so explosive. That wording is everything. It shows exactly where Cardi's pointing the blame, and it drags Saweetie right back into the fire. Whether Saweetie plotted the move or just got caught in Offset's chaos, the streets already decided she had a hand in it, and that's the danger of staying silent. When you don't speak, everybody else writes the story for you. So the real question is, what happens next? Because this little triangle isn't just a one-week headline, it's a ripple that could shape reputations, images, and whole careers for years to come. For Cardi, this moment feels like another major turning point. She came up raw and unfiltered, blew up into a global superstar, and always waved the flag of realness. Helping other female rappers was her way of proving she wasn't just competing, she was building a sisterhood. But now, after this betrayal, Cardi says that chapter is closed. Her legacy might shift from being the big sis of rap to being the survivor who learned not to trust anybody. Every time she warns about snakes in the industry, this scandal will be Exhibit A. And in her fans' eyes, Saweetie will forever be the name tied to that betrayal. For Saweetie, silence may look classy now, but it's a dangerous gamble. Even if Offset was the one moving reckless, her name is cemented in the mess. People won't just remember her as the icy girl, the fashion darling, or Quavo's ex. They'll remember the Offset whispers. They'll remember Cardi's words about being betrayed by the very women she tried to help, and that silence might cost her in the long run, leaving her defined by scandal instead of her music. And Offset, his public image is stuck on repeat. Once seen as the flashy Migos star and Cardi's devoted husband, now he's seen as the pawn, the man who keeps getting dragged into storylines of betrayal, infidelity, and mess. Cardi herself framed him that way, not as the mastermind, not even the prize, but the piece everyone moves around to wound her. If that's how his own wife talks about him, then history might lock him into that role forever. But zoom out, because the bigger picture here is what this says about sisterhood in rap. Fans have been begging for unity among female rappers, tired of all the shade and beefs. And yet here we are again, another messy fallout, another broken bond, another reminder that in this industry, trust is the rarest currency of all. Cardi really tried to embody unity, but this scandal shows just how fragile that dream is. If betrayal can come from a single DM, then maybe real sisterhood in rap was never built to last. The irony is wild. Cardi set out to protect and uplift the very women who knew the industry was designed to break them. But in her own telling, that kindness got flipped and weaponized against her. She wanted to play big sis, but instead she learned the coldest lesson of all. In this rap game, everybody's a rival until they prove otherwise. Legacy-wise, Cardi walks away tougher, her heart harder, and her trust broken. Saweetie walks away with her shine, shadowed by whispers she may never fully shake. Offset walks away carrying the same label he always gets, the reckless pawn dragged through scandal after scandal. And the fans, they walk away, reminded that in hip-hop, betrayal isn't the glitch, it's the game itself. What do you think? Was this betrayal plotted, or was Offset just being Offset again? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video so more people can weigh in on the drama.